Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese. And this is our review of the Sideshow 1/6 scale Harley Quinn action figure. This is not Sideshow's first 6 scale Harley Quinn, but it is the one that's out now. I really wanted this one because of a couple reasons, which I guess we'll go over once we get it open. But here it is in the box. It's a nice black and white and red box. Got her wrapped around the side there. Buildings over there. Bunch of little diamonds up there. Harley down there. What's on the back? Oh, a nice picture of the figure. And this has like the shoebox looking design of box. And then you can see there's a whole bunch of diamonds inside of there. Get this little thing about limits of articulation. And then there's the figure. Little thing wrapped around there. Nice box art there too. Comic art. There's Harley again at the top. But yeah, this slides out of here. See, this thing wraps all the way around. But inside of here, there's a whole bunch of comic art. It's a very weird place to put it all.
I like it though.
Looks pretty cool. But, yep, let's get her out of there. So there's 2 layers. The bottom layer has some of her other accessories. Okay, there she is, opened up. And she comes with a decent amount of accessories. Comes with an alternate unhooded head, because she's still got a mask on. And she comes with a mallet. Comes with a baseball bat. And she comes with 5 alternate hands. But what I was saying earlier is there's 2 main reasons I wanted to get this. One was the previous release of Harley. I ended up putting a Phicen or TBLeague body in it because the body broke. But this one comes with that body. It comes with a TBLeague body in it already, because Sideshow partnered with TBLeague for this. So I thought that was pretty cool that you just get it that way. The other reason was that the other suit is more of a matte look, which I like. It's more like a spandex look, the other one. But then this one is more of like the
vinyl.
Yeah, vinyl look, which both Harley has appeared with in both of those types looking materials in the comics and cartoons and things. So I kind of wanted both of those versions. I don't know, I just figured it was a little bit different. It'd be cool to get it. But now that I got this, I would say that I prefer the first version a lot more for a whole bunch of reasons. But still, I think it's cool getting this one. And there's going to be a lot of comparisons to that old one, I guess. Okay. Now maybe it's just that I'm so used to looking at the old version of Harley. I guess I should bring her out now because I talk about her so much. But it just, this one just seems so tiny. It kind of bugs me. Like it seems like her head's big and she's got a tiny body. I don't like that as much. Not as shapely.
Yeah, that's one thing that bothers me, is that she's so skinny. I always picture Harley as being more curvy because she's got like gymnast body.
Yeah, and I have a curvier TBLeague body under here, but it's not much different than the Sideshow body that used to be under there before it broke. It was a very curvy body, much more so than this one. So when you put her next to Sideshow's Joker 6 scale figure, she is a really good height next to him. So I think that's why they use the TBLeague petite body instead of one of the regular sized ones. Because if you put their Joker next to the old Sideshow Harley Quinn, she's kind of too big. Like she's as tall as him, where I think she should be a little shorter than him. So yeah, I'm guessing that probably is why they made this new Harley a little smaller. A few other issues I have with this new one is the faces. Both of these faces, it might just be the paint, but I'm not liking them. I think for this one it's the paint. And I couldn't figure out what it was at first. It bothered me so much about this head. And I think it's around her eyes. It's just, And there needs to be some color there, like some black eyeliner or something right around her eyes, because it just makes her look sick.
She also has a little tiny thin mouth.
Yeah, I guess I'm used to her having the bigger red lips. But the rest of it's alright, I guess. This head just looks goofy to me. Just the expression, the shape of her face.
I think she's supposed to look like crazy, but she just looks kind of, I don't know, like a dork trying to look crazy.
Yeah. In a way, it almost looks like a skinny man's face or something to me. There's something just odd about it. I think it could also use a little black around the eyes too.
I do really like her hood though.
Yeah, that's good. It is, with the suits though, I think it is cool seeing that more vinyl look next to this more spandexy look.
I do think the spandex would be more practical to be doing flips and stuff though.
Yeah.
Vinyl's not quite as stretchy.
The colors are nice and bright on it though.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a little more, like the red's less brilliant. This is bright red. When I think of Harley, I think of red. This is almost like a dark red.
I like that color right
I do.
now.
Well, I prefer
I
this
don't
one.
like it when they make it like maroon. Then it doesn't look right.
Yeah. You can see the collars are very different. I think I like this one better, but both of them I have issues with both of the collars. I think these are just sticking out too long and goofy, but then this one has got too much of a big white area, big chunk of white with no break in it. I don't like.
I also don't like that it's like 3 in the front and 3 in the back and not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Still, if I had to pick one, I would probably take this one.
Yeah, me too. The cuffs on her are kind of huge.
Yeah, I like these ones better. These are just, that looks too big. Something just weird. I don't like that look. One thing I could see going either way on, I definitely prefer these boots. I like these boots, I think they're cool. But for the classic Harley suit, these are more accurate to classic Harley. So I could see preferring them. But I prefer these.
Yeah, we both, our personal preference, we both like those boots a lot.
Yeah, they're just really cool boots.
Plus, I could totally picture her kicking the shit out of somebody with them boots on.
Yeah. But, yeah, I love... Here's the other head sculpt. Both of these head sculpts, I just love them. They're really good. Expressions, really good face. Looks a lot like Harley. They don't have any issues with either of them. I just like them a lot.
You should just repaint the red on that one and stick it on the other body.
Yeah, I'll probably show that in here. I think these heads are a little bigger, so it might
look weird on her because she's tiny.
I wonder if this is stretchy enough to be able to put a bigger body on it, curvier body, but I don't know if that'll work.
It's pretty tight.
Oh,
I don't think it would work.
Another little bit of an issue is cut this open. I can't remember if I cut it open. I know you sewed this up. You did a really good job of sewing it up because we had to cut this open and then put the body in. Mm-hmm. You sewed that up in there, which I don't think I could have done anywhere near that neat because it looks like that's how it's supposed to be.
Well, you tried it first and made a mess and I fixed it,
yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
So we know that you couldn't have done it.
But this new one's got a big ugly zipper. No,
yeah, that kind of doesn't look very nice.
No, that could be a non-issue for a lot of people because it's in the back. But still, because really I don't see this a whole bunch. Even on this figure, I don't see the back a lot. But if you're just messing around with it and you see it, it's like, ugh, like this. Like ugh. I don't want to see that. But...
Plus, I always think, like, unless you're going to, like you were saying, like, try to put a different body in it and customize it, why does it even need to come off?
Yeah. They could have just sewed it on there permanently.
Mm-hmm.
But it almost seems like maybe they did this because people switch bodies on this. They're making it easier for people to switch bodies with this if they want to.
Well, the only reason they switched bodies so much on the first one is because it broke immediately.
Yes. Well...
like, the hips didn't just break. They crumbled into nothing.
Yeah.
At least on ours.
Yeah, well, the thing with that is we bought this figure way after it came out. So it was already an older figure. I don't think it was opened. It was unopened from whoever we bought it from. But I'm guessing when you first bought this figure originally, it probably didn't break immediately.
Yeah, but you were saying that you looked it up and a lot of people had
Yes.
it break, just not like right after they bought it.
Yeah. I think that's good for the comparisons for now. I definitely prefer this one, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. If I'm going to customize it or leave it as is. But I think I might try to switch the heads, or at least I'm going to paint around the eyes and try to make it look better on both of these. I don't know. We'll have to see. As she slowly goes away. She should have came with a pop gun. Got a bat. It seems like lately, though, she's been having the bat replace the pop gun. She still always has a mallet, but not so much pop gun anymore. Still, I think if you were never able to get that first Harley, I think this is a good option if you want a 6-scale classic Harley Quinn. It's not like this one's bad, it's just if you compare it to the old one.
There's also a lot of the things that we don't like about it are personal preference.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I can see some people liking this more weird face as opposed to the other faces. I don't know. I don't know what people's thinking.
I don't think you even know what you're thinking.
I don't think I do. Let's switch our heads. You can see her skin in there a little bit. Yeah, I really wonder how hard it would be to switch bodies. If you ever mess with a Phicen body, a material like this, they can be very difficult to put on. So it might be tough to switch bodies. But I am curious to see like a slightly bigger body if it would fit in this. It is somewhat stretchy, so it might work.
I mean, it would be easier to try with that one too, since it has the zipper, even though we don't like the zipper.
Yeah.
Because the other one, that was a project.
Yes. I think the main issue with a bigger body, though, is, as you can see, it's coming off of her ankle a little bit. I think you can shove it down, but a slightly bigger body is going to make that come up more. Even if the legs aren't longer, it's going to come up, and at the wrist too, probably. Although these cuffs might cover all that. But here's this head, and I do like it, but also, like we were saying, I have issues with it. I think her mask should be more black. I think it'd be better if it was like a glossy black to match her suit. I'm not even sure if that is a mask or if it's just supposed to be paint. And the other figure is definitely a mask. Here it almost looks like paint.
No, I think it is supposed to be a mask. It's just real thin.
Oh yeah, it is sculpted. So they should have made it glossy. I don't know why they didn't. I like that they got her blue eyes. The hair is okay. It seems like the sculpt isn't as nice as a lot of hair sculpts are. Not as detailed, and you don't see every little hair like you do with lots of other 6-scale sculpts. The shape of it's okay. The general shape.
Yeah, the style's good. It's just a little lackluster on the hair sculpt.
Yeah. Okay, here's the new body with one of the old Sideshow Harley heads. You can see it looks a little too big on her. Like, actually a lot too big. And here is the other head. And once again, it looks too big. And here is an unofficial Harley Quinn head that I bought on eBay. And I mean, this one looks alright. Maybe a little big, but it works, I guess. One thing we don't have to mention in the reviews is fun factor. And that's one thing that this figure is really high on. It is really fun to pose. And I think even with some of the things that bug me about this figure, just how much fun it is to pose her and how flexible and posable she is really would bring up my final score if I had an overall score. I mean, she can just do so many awesome looking poses. So now, I guess we can look at her accessories. And there's the big old mallet. And this is metal. I guess because this is just so big they don't want it bending, which is a good idea.
It does look kind of funny that the stick is so skinny.
Yeah.
Like if that was a real mallet and it was wood, wouldn't it just break?
Well, maybe it's supposed to be metal.
I don't know, maybe.
She's got the little diamond symbols on there. This looks like a big old log with I like the metal wrapped around there. I mean, it's plastic, but it looks like metal, sort of.
It is really well made, but I just don't really like it. I like when her mallets look like a Harley mallet. And this isn't very Harley-ish.
Yeah, there's like nothing painted on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was saying that I don't care about comparing them, but I guess she said compared to the other Harley's mallet. So here's the mallet that came with the older Sideshow figure. A little bit more personality in this one. She's got the red and black painted there. I wish it was a little brighter though.
Yeah, the colors on it are kind of muted.
She has the your face here thing, but it's kind of hard to see. And the wrap on it is a little nicer than just the plain. But she has so many different mallets. Almost every time they draw her is a different looking mallet, so it makes sense that there's different ones.
I wonder if she's got a room somewhere that's just full of hundreds of mallets.
Maybe. I never understood how the hell. Like, she's not super strong. I don't know how she swings these around. These things would be freaking heavy. I mean, she's athletic, but she's not a bodybuilder. She doesn't, I don't know. Unless they're lighter than they appear to be. And here's her mallet next to one that I made, custom one.
I really like yours. It has a lot of personality.
Thanks. Yeah, I made it. I have a custom Harley 6-scale video. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link at the end, most likely. But yeah, that was fun making that. I actually thought about making more. The only reason I haven't is just because I'm working on other things.
Like that's ever gonna end.
Yeah. So there she is holding her mallet. And she holds it really well. Like, her arms are, because of the TBLeague body, it's very sturdy, which is good. The wrists are a little loose though. That's always an issue with TBLeague figures, but
I feel like that mallet needs customized.
yeah, I think so too. Needs something painted on it.
Maybe some tape on the handle.
Maybe. And here's the baseball bat. It's got the wrap on it and little stripes painted. And looks like wood. I mean, it doesn't look like real wood, it looks like plasticky, but and then these little, I don't know what these are supposed to be, like stickers she stuck on, because they're sticking out a lot. Like maybe she attached some metal to it, like little metal diamonds. It's a decent bat. At least it's got some personality to it with the diamonds and the
Little metal
things.
plates on it would make it better for hitting people in the face.
Yeah, should put them up here. So there she is holding the baseball bat. Just a quick little pose. But it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, I do like the bat.
I may paint that also to make it look a little more wooden.
Mm-hmm.
Guess we'll do articulation. If you know anything about fighting figures, they can go everywhere.
They go pretty much wherever you want.
Yeah, they're probably some of the best articulated figures there are, if not the best. But yeah, the only issue that I have with TBLeague articulation is at the wrist, because they basically spin. I mean, you can kind of do that, but you can't.
They won't stay, really.
Yeah, like a figure with a hinged wrist would be better. But yeah, the articulation just so damn good on these things. I mean, as long as the material will let you do it, the material of the outfit, you can pretty much do any pose you want that a human could do, and some that most humans couldn't do. Ankles are usually pretty good. It's on a ball joint. So, yep, articulation's amazing on this, as you would expect. And the suit doesn't hinder it too much, just in some spots. One thing about the vinyl is, as you can see, it bunches up a lot more. But sometimes you can get it in position and try to smooth it out a little bit.
And there's also the fact that with that kind of material, if you were to leave her in a pose where it's bunched, it would probably damage it a lot.
Yeah, that's possible. There she is next to the Hot Toys Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, the first movie. Once again, this one looks kind of small. It's got that petite Phicen body. Definitely prefer the head on this one. I mean, this figure is just really, really good with how it looks. You were just mentioning before we recorded, the only big issue with this one is its ugly knees.
Those knees are awful. I hate them so much.
But other than that, this figure is one of the best looking Hot Toys we have, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Everything else about it is excellent. It's just those knees.
Yeah. And there's the Sideshow Harley next to my custom New 52 or Rebirth Harley, which I used a Phicen body on that too, a white one. Yep, that's cool seeing them together.
Yours is better.
Yeah.
I really like yours.
I do
I think
too.
she turned out amazing.
It really makes me want to customize this one. I just, like we said, I don't know if it's going to work. The suit's stretchy, but it might be too short at the legs, especially. It makes it, yeah, that's such a big head compared to that body.
Yeah, it looks weird. She looks like Tina Fey or Amy Poehler dressed up as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
It's just like her face and everything.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Okay. So, it is just a weird review. Because if I never had a Harley Quinn figure in 6 scale, I would think this one was pretty damn good. I know I would still have issues with the faces, because this face, I mean, it looks like Harley, you know, but it also doesn't. It bugs me. It's just an odd face. I think
it looks like a Harley cosplayer.
Yeah. I don't like the face. The suit's really nice. It's got the stretchy material and looks all shiny and vinyl-like, which is cool. It matches her hood, her top part of her head thing. What do you call that thing? It matches it pretty well. It's not 100%, but it looks pretty good.
You are struggling.
I am struggling tonight. I don't know why. I'm having trouble talking. But, I don't know. I like it. I think it's pretty good, especially if you don't have a Harley. But if you have that other one and really like it, I don't know if it's worth getting this one unless you just want different versions of Harley. Because if I can only have one, I'd definitely keep that older one over this one.
Yeah, I mean, I like this figure, but it's definitely not my favorite of the Harleys that we have by far. But it's still good.
It's probably my 4th favorite out of our 4 Harleys.
Yeah.
But it still is really cool. And especially if you prefer classic Harley, this is the most classic looking one that they've done. Because this one also is classic Harley. It's just
the boots.
Yeah, the boots really make it different. But yeah, if you want classic Harley with not much anything wrong. Man, I'm having trouble talking. If you want a classic Harley, this is a good 6 scale classic Harley.
If you want the Harley Quinns, the Quinns that are Harley classically, then you should get this figure.
What?
Exactly, that's what you sound like.
I don't know why I'm having trouble. But this, I like the mallet, but yeah, like we said, it needs more personality to it.
It's just too plain. It's good, it's just, I want to add stuff.
The bat's cool. The base, I'm surprised, I didn't even mention the base, but the last one had the nice paint on it. Design, there's nothing on this one. I don't know why they didn't put something there.
We should make something.
Yeah, I probably will.
You could just do like black and red diamonds on it. It would look cool.
Yeah, it could be simple. But yeah, if you don't have a Harley, or if you just want different versions, I think this one's worth it. It's a really cool figure, very articulated. Just, I got several gripes with it. But, yep, I like this figure. I just don't love it, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm the
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
I need to go get some food for Bud and Lou. They gotta be starving.
Harley!
This again? What do you want?
Harley! Don't act like you're not happy to see me. Everybody knows you're in love with Mr. J. So why don't you just kneel down here and give me a big old kiss for old time's sake, Harley? Come on.
I'm not giving you a kiss.
Okay, fine. But come on, kneel down here.
Why?
Just, come on, trust me. Kneel down, it's nothing big. Just kneel down.
Fine. Now what do you want?
Oh, I just want a big old kiss. Oh, come on. Come on, I'm jumping. Just stick your lips out and give me a smooch. Come on, Harley. Oh,
Get away from me.
fine, maybe a kiss later. The real reason I came is one of your old friends wants to see you.
Right, sure. Every time you say it's one of my old friends or enemies, it's some kind of freak that you brought along, some twisted version of someone I know.
What? Twisted version of who? It's the real person. You know I'm not messing with you, Harley. But a guy with nipples this beautiful lie to you? Look at him. Look at them nipples. Look at him jiggle about. And anyway, wouldn't you say that most of the people you know are a bunch of freaks?
Well, I guess Joker's kind of a crazy freak.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. What about Batman?
Oh, he's definitely a freak.
Yeah, what about Catwoman?
No, I wouldn't really say Catwoman's a freak. She might do some freaky things, but yeah, I wouldn't call her a freak.
Well, that's good, because guess who's here, Harley?
Hey, girlfriend. Hi. You miss your old buddy Catwoman. I wanted to go some city sirens with you, remember?
Holy shit, what is that?
Harley, don't be rude. It's Catwoman. Can't you tell?
I'm a burglar. I'm a cat burglar, and they call me Catwoman. You wanna go on a road trip with me, Harley? Look, did you see? It's cold out here. You see them nipples? Them nipples is out of the rock. You see them poking up? Oh, it's so cold, Harley. Do you have a little box nearby? I think I can feel the rumbling and the grumbling in my tummy. I gotta drop a little chocolate candy bar into the sandbox, Harley. Don't mind if my front half here. She just wants to use her legs to scratch and pose.
Ow, what the? I'm out of here. Thought you said it wasn't a freak, Mr. J.
Disgusting.
Oh, come back, Harley. She's not a freak. She's Catwoman. Look at her.
Yeah, we need to find Poison Ivy. We have a little Gotham City Sirens road trip. Come on before my nipples soften up and won't protrude as nicely as they are doing right now. Hey, Mr. J, you got a sandbox around here? I'm gonna lay a brown brick in the pebbles.
A brown brick in the pebbles? I don't think I like that one. I don't like that one.
Hey everyone, this is Clementine, and I'm still not bitten. And you are watching Mr. Evilcheese and Zombie Cat. Don't be a shitbird and subscribe already.